My name is Emily, and I'm 30 years old. For the last 3 years, I've been married to Luke, a man 5 years my senior. Sitting down to revisit everything that's unfolded feels overwhelming. I don't even know where to begin. This isn't a fairy tale, and it's certainly not tied up with a pretty ribbon. It's a raw, unfiltered confession about the choices I made, and the pain I brought into the life of someone who truly didn't deserve it. Luke was the kind of man most women dream of finding: steady, gentle, endlessly considerate. He ran a small business that demanded much of his time and focus, yet he never let it interfere with us. Somehow, no matter how exhausted he was, he always carved out space for me. He knew exactly how I liked my coffee without needing to ask. He stayed up late to help with little things I didn't even realize I needed help with. He loved me without grand displays or theatrics, just quietly, unwaveringly, with a kind of peace that made me feel cherished and safe. At first, that quiet sincerity was what drew me in. His steadiness made me feel grounded, protected, truly seen. But over time, something subtle began to shift inside me. I didn't notice it at first. It started during casual catch-ups with friends, listening to them share stories about their partners who seemed more daring, more exciting, more everything. They talked about spontaneous weekend adventures, unexpected romantic gestures, thrilling passion. I smiled along, nodding, laughing, but deep down, I was comparing. Then came the endless scroll of social media, those polished snapshots of couples who looked perfect, radiant, always doing something exciting together. Their lives seemed so vibrant, so alive. That's when the doubts began to take root. At first, they whispered, easy to silence. But slowly, steadily, they grew louder. I told myself I was being selfish, that true love wasn't built on fireworks or grand gestures. But the unease lingered, like a storm gathering under the surface. I started to question whether I even deserved the kind of love Luke gave so freely. Did I truly value our life together? Or was I chasing some illusion of romance that didn't actually exist? And then came the night that broke it all. It was supposed to be a fun evening with friends, music, laughter, drinks. But the drinks didn't stop coming, and I didn't stop accepting. One glass blurred into another until the world tilted, and I was lost in a haze of alcohol and something uglier, an undercurrent of frustration I didn't fully understand. By the time I stumbled through our front door, barely upright, Luke was there. Of course he was. He always was. Waiting to make sure I got home safe. But instead of gratitude, something inside me twisted. Something cruel. I looked at him and, without warning, the words spilled out like poison. I don't even find you attractive anymore. It landed like a slap. Sharp, cold, and completely unprovoked. I hadn't planned to say it. I didn't even mean it. But it was out there, and in an instant, I saw the damage. The look in his eyes, shock, hurt, disbelief. It carved itself into my memory. The next morning, I woke up with my head pounding and my stomach sinking. Everything from the night before was a blur, until I saw him sitting on the edge of the bed, staring at the floor in silence. That image still haunts me. Is that really how you feel about me? He asked quietly, almost whispering the words I'd drunkenly thrown at him. My heart dropped. No, Luke, I said quickly, trying to backpedal, searching for any excuse that might undo the damage. I was drunk. I didn't mean it. I swear. But he didn't yell. He didn't accuse. He didn't even raise his voice. He just nodded, a small, empty gesture, stood up, and walked out of the room. That silent departure cut deeper than any fight ever could. From that moment, everything changed. He never brought it up again. He didn't mention it, didn't weaponize it, didn't use it against me. But the warmth between us disappeared. The quiet gestures of love, the thoughtful little things, gone. The spontaneous texts during the day, gone. The laughter we used to share over dinner, replaced by heavy, suffocating silence. I tried to fix it. I cooked his favorite meals, even though I'd never been much of a cook. I started leaving small, thoughtful notes in his bag, little reminders of our early days, of who we used to be. I hoped that maybe, just maybe, those memories would reach him. One night, desperate for some kind of connection, I reached out for him in bed, thinking that physical closeness might somehow bridge the growing distance between us. But he gently pulled away. His eyes didn't hold anger, just a quiet, worn-out sorrow. Not tonight, Emily, maybe another time. His voice was soft, but the rejection echoed loud inside me. I couldn't bear the silence I had created, the emotional void I was drowning in. So instead of facing it, I ran. That Friday evening, weighed down by guilt and the stifling stillness of our home, I told myself I needed a break, a night out, just to clear my head. But that was a lie. The truth was, I was hiding. From him. From myself. From the wreckage I had caused. That's when I met someone else. He slid onto the bar stool beside me, confident in a way that felt foreign, almost intoxicating. His smile was effortless, his words smooth. "Rough night?" he asked. I should have left. I should have gotten up and walked away. But I didn't. Instead, I let his attention fill the hollowness inside me. For just a moment, it felt good. To be seen, to feel attractive again, to pretend I wasn't falling apart. And then I let him kiss me. The instant our lips met, a wave of sickness rose in my chest. It wasn't desire, it was shame. Regret hit me like cold water. I wanted to undo it immediately. And then I saw him, Luke. He was across the street, sitting in his car. He didn't yell. He didn't storm over. He just watched, his face expressionless. Then, he rolled up the window and drove away. The next morning, I clung to a fragile hope that somehow we might still find a way back, that he might listen, that I could explain. I found him in the kitchen, calm and composed. But when he spoke, his words left no room for hope. "It's over. Last night showed me everything I needed to know, about how you see me, about what our marriage means to you." I fell apart. I cried. I begged. I told him it was a terrible mistake, that it meant nothing, that I didn't even understand why I did it. But he just shook his head, quiet and certain. "I need space," he said, almost gently. "Time to figure out what's left of me." He packed a bag and left. He never returned. It's been 6 months. Luke's moved on. His with someone new now, a woman with a spark in her eyes, someone who seems to light up the space around her. And him. He smiles again. That genuine, unguarded smile I hadn't seen in years. He looks free. He looks happy. And me? I'm still here. Alone. Living in the aftermath of my own decisions. Most of my friends have quietly faded, unsure how to be around me anymore. Even my mother, when I finally told her everything, could only shake her head and whisper, "You had the kind of man most women pray for, and you let him go." She wasn't wrong. There's no silver lining at the end of this story. No magical resolution. No redemption arc. Just the cold, constant weight of remorse, a burden I carry every day. If there's one truth I can leave you with, it's this: don't take love for granted. Hold on to the people who show up for you every day, even in small, quiet ways. Because when they are gone, no amount of apology or regret can rewind time. I had everything I needed, and I watched it slip through my fingers,